I really didn't want to watch this movie, and apparently neither did the rest of the world because it's a certified flop. But was it really that bad or secretly a masterpiece? Okay, come on, you know it's not a masterpiece. Relax. The Flash is the Speedster's first standalone movie, sort of. He isn't really alone ever, but I'll get to that. We do get to see him save people and be a hero, and no, he didn't microwave a baby. A baby just happened to be in a microwave, get it right. But this story is more of a multiverse time travel type beat. Essentially, Barry can run so fast that he can go back in time, and so he wants to go back to save his mother from ever dying, which creates a crazy alternate timeline and wacky hijinks ensue. So the main characters of this movie are Barry and Barry, a younger, more annoying version of himself. This part of the movie I thought would get annoying, but I actually found myself enjoying their time together. I mean, the younger version of Barry is genuinely obnoxious at times, but their dynamic was cool. It was nice seeing Barry become a leader and a mentor to a younger version of himself, and he had to figure out how to save the day without the help of the Justice League. Also because none of the Justice League actors want to actually do these movies anymore. And Ezra Miller is a standout in this film. He successfully played two different versions of himself, and it worked. However, I think because of the poor box office performance, this will probably be the last time we see Ezra Miller play Barry Allen, which is a good thing because although he actually did a decent job, outside of the film, he's a literal menace to society. I have no idea why they insisted on making this movie with him in it. Like seriously, what's wrong with you guys? But like I said before, he's not alone, and the marketing did everything they could to make this not a secret. Look at every poster, every trailer, everything. Everybody and their mother knows that Michael Keaton is back as Batman, which is ironic if you've ever seen Birdman, because that's an entire movie talking about how he wants to get out of Batman's shadow. But hey, Michael, get that bag. I get it. I did kind of expect him to phone it in a bit, and there are some lines that come off really cheesy and out of place, but in the end, I really enjoyed seeing Michael Keaton play Batman again. He seemed like he was having fun and was given cool action scenes to boot. Was it fan servicey as hell? Of course, but I still liked it. Then there's Sasha Calle's Supergirl, which was a little one note, but she did a decent job with the little screen time she had. This also isn't a spoiler because all the marketing wouldn't hold back, but they brought back Michael Shannon as Zod. And I know this man can act. Academy Award nominated actor Michael Shannon can act, but I don't think he was ever present on set because he just looked like a CGI mess. Like, did they just use his face? I can't tell. But hey, if Michael Keaton can get the bag, so can Michael Shannon. I respect it. So none of the issues that the movie had were really the actor's fault. The writing, on the other hand, was kind of all over the place in terms of tone. There were a bit of poorly timed jokes inserted between some strong character moments, and some of these jokes just didn't land for me. In fact, a lot of the humor just wasn't that funny for me. Barry Allen is usually a pretty funny dude, but I don't know, maybe it's Ezra's fault. I didn't chuckle. I saw when they were trying to be funny. The only thing I laughed at was that tape measure scene. If you know, you know. I also find that whenever time travel is included, it can make the plot feel very convoluted, and there were no shortage of issues with their own rules of time travel that they established and they kept breaking in the movie. Establish the rules and follow them. Please, it's time travel 101. The movie also looked terrible. Well, not the whole movie. In the first two acts, it felt like the scenes were very thoughtful. There's some really nice color, and the cinematography seemed pretty cool. But whenever there was an action scene, all we got was bad CGI. The CGI was the worst I've seen in a long time, especially whenever Barry would run fast or go back in time. It was like I was watching a cutscene from a PlayStation 1. Sorry, that's a little too mean to the PlayStation. But yeah, it was pretty bad. Seriously, the way he ran was awful. He looked so stupid running how he did. Also, there were other CGI people that definitely were 100% CGI, and I hated that so much. Why? Why? The set design was bland as well. It felt like there was barely any color. We go from the Batcave to an open field in the desert, and it's just so bland and dark. This has kind of been a problem for most of the DCEU, and I was hoping with James Gunn at the helm, we would get more colorful sets, but I feel like this was mostly finished before James Gunn became the CEO. I mean, I hope. And the third act of this movie, where most of the main action happened, is where it kind of dragged the most for me. I just didn't feel as invested in the fighting, but I did enjoy the ending of this movie, which I think now that we know that this movie flopped is kind of a weird ending because it sets up some future stuff that will probably never happen or be explored. In the end, The Flash was a simple turn off your brain superhero movie. Is that something that we needed? No, we have plenty of those. It wasn't complete doo-doo and had some interesting and unique ideas, but the execution was vanilla and at times very boring. And it will probably be the end of the DCEU as we know it. I mean, hopefully it is. I just can't see anyone caring about Aquaman 2. James Gunn, please just press the restart button. It's okay. it's okay. So yeah, I didn't hate it, but I really can't say I would recommend it to anybody. So save yourself some time and money and go watch Spider-Man, a much better superhero movie, or if you want to cry a bit, watch Past Lives, because this movie, I'm giving it a 5 out of 10. By the way, I want to be clear how my rating system works. It's not like a school grade. A 5 out of 10 isn't an F. 5 out of 10 means I enjoyed 50% of the movie, which yes, does mean that it's not that good, but there's a difference between a 5 and a 4 and a 3. So that also means that if I give a movie a 6 or a 7, that means it's a mostly positive experience for me. And it's not a D or a C. Okay? Make sense? Cool. Anyways, if you were one of the 2 other people in our theater, did you also see The Flash? If so, what would you rate it? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, let me know if you just want them to restart the DCEU, because that's how I feel about it, but maybe you're still a fan of Jason Momoa's Aquaman. Just let me know in the comments. Okay guys, I'm gonna go run like a normal human being. I'll catch you later.